Hey, what's going on, guys? Kitsune TCG here, back with another video. Today I thought I would do a update to my Swordsoul deck profile, just kind of quickly show off, again, kind of what the combo looks like. It really has moved more towards the kind of Ace Barrier incorporation into the deck. I definitely think that that is kind of the way forward for this deck right now until we get some additional support. But I think it's just definitely the easiest way to set up a pretty decent board against your opponent. Being able to obviously have a kind of mini skill drain. Obviously they have to pitch a card in order to get any monster effects to resolve. And anytime you can kind of do hand control, that is going to be pretty good. So I think that is definitely the way that this deck can be the most competitive currently. So for that, we are going to normal summon Moyi. Moyi, reveal Longwan, get the token, and then we can just go into Qishao. We'll go Qishao 1, and then we'll go Moyi 2 for the draw. Draw Pot of Desires, nice. And pretty much can just add anything. At that point, we can just add like a Taya, or even Emergence. In this case, we'll just grab Emergence so we have something else to pitch off of for a long one. I might as well just go ahead and grab it, and we can grab... we'll grab an Adhara. From there, we can go ahead and go Pot of Desires. See if we... That is always kind of the one worry with Desires, is that you might banish your one of, but never punished. Go ahead and go long one, pitching Adhara. Bringing that out and the token. And again, here it just depends on matchup. What is the best kind of inboard. Sometimes the double banish can be really good against a lot of decks, especially if something like Flunneries, where they don't special summon, you're not really going to get a chance to utilize Lancea's effect. But for Lancea, most decks are going to be able to special summon, so definitely I think the one that in most cases you're going to end on here. And then from there, we just have a few cards we can set. And kind of pass turn, and then just kind of wait for your opponent to make any kind of move. And yeah, no, that's just kind of a little bit of a basic combo. Obviously, a little bit more of like a control strategy in the deck now, but let me just quickly kind of show off the deck list. Alright, and over here to the deck profile. Very similar when it comes to your Swordsoul components. Still maxing out on Moyi, still running 3 long one, 2 Taya, and 2 Incredible Ecclesia. Don't think that more than 2 is required of this card. Obviously, really great going second, but don't want to have too many for when you do go first, and I think you see it often enough that 2 is just fine. Do have the 3 Emergence and the 1 Blackout. From there, we have 3 Ashuna, 3 Vishuddha, and 3 Adhara. Just want to make sure that you have access to enough worms, and I think maxing out on all 3 of these is just fine. And then the 1 Shrihana. From there, we do have a pretty hefty hand trap lineup, as pretty common with Swordsoul. We do have 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Effect Veiler, 2 Nibiru, and then 3 Imperm. From there, we do have the 1 General Raiho. Again, this is kind of one of your main combo pieces, so something like Pot of Desires can sometimes be a bit of an issue, but don't think you run into it often enough that it's too big of a problem. And then we do have the 2 Crossout plus the 1 Called By. And then, yeah, those last 2 are the Pot of Desires. From there, the extra deck is, again, pretty similar. We still have the 1 Yazi, 2 Baxia, 2 Qishao, 1 Draco Berserker, 1 Chaofeng. Still have the Trishula in here. This could probably be something else if you really want, but I think it's still pretty interesting to kind of have as an option. We do have the level 11 Trishula, that we can obviously also bring off of Lancea. Then we do have Qingying, Quick Singlong 1, 2 Monk of the Tenyi, and then finally Shaman of the Tenyi. So yeah, kind of rounds out the extra deck there. Just in the sidecar, just some other options that you have to play. You know, if you want to play General Wayne or even the Warlock of the Ice Barrier, just some like additional cards that kind of, you know, interact pretty interesting with your opponent. Maybe something you could have in the side deck, or if you know what your locals, you know, like there's a deck that's pretty prominent there, maybe something like that could be pretty helpful in some interactions. But yeah, that is the deck. Not too much has really changed with the strategy, obviously. Not anything that's really kind of come out that's been a whole lot of support for the deck, but you know, definitely some changes as we kind of go into like a little bit of a new format, you know, new meta, things like that. But still a fun and interesting kind of rogue strategy, and still one of my all-time favorite decks. So any chance I can kind of get to play it or update it and try and make it competitive, I'm definitely going to. But yeah, let me know down below what y'all think, and I will see y'all next time.